Welcome, everyone. If you're here, I don't know if anyone is here, no one has said anything, but welcome because we have Paul Meade here. We have Steve Mesa. They are back. Two of the top contenders in Block B, ready to battle it out. Paul is currently undefeated in the clash with a clean 6-0. Steve walks into this with a 4-2 record, but lots of points. So anything can happen in this match. But first of all, if you watched this last night, you would have saw Richie Goodacre defeat Andrew the Dude Hayes, as well as Topher LaBelle not lose. He tied with Dwayne Atkinson for our fourth tie of the tournament. But this is about tonight. We have Paul Meade, Steve Mesa. Paul, you know, you're eating a couple chicken sandwiches, but how are you doing tonight, Paul?
I'm good. Just got out of church, grabbed Chick-fil-A, and I'm ready for the big rematch. Been on a roll, and I hope to continue it.
Nice.
So,
We don't have Chick-fil-A here in Canada, at least where I'm at. But as far as I know, what you just said you can't do on Sundays. Is that true?
true.
Okay, that's what I thought. But Steve, you know, you've been putting up big points. You've been kind of up and down the last couple weeks. But Steve, how are you doing tonight as we go into week 7?
I'm doing very good. Ready for Turkey Day to begin in a couple of days. So I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. Getting together with the family and doing some wrestling trivia. Now, like I always mentioned before, I'm not really a great wrestling trivia mind, and definitely Paul definitely has a great litany of wrestling knowledge to him. So it's going to be a tough battle to try to give him his first loss here in the clash. But I'm going to do my damnedest. But we're just here to have fun. That's what it's really all about at the end.
Yes, indeed. And it is all about scoring those points. So thank you to everyone for being here. Right now, we are going to go ahead, and I'm going to go over to my mod view over here, and I'm going to put in our predictions. Everyone loves the predictions. What will today's be? Who is going to win?
I have a feeling it's going to be overwhelming.
It is.
Will
it be Paul? Will it be Steve? Or will it be a tie? So if you are in the chat right now, go ahead, bet your loonies, get them in there. But before we do that, I have a very, very special announcement as we turn our Clash music on. And that special announcement is that the following contest is the 300th match in CWT history.
Hell yeah.
So this is going to be a monumental match. I didn't tell anyone what was going to be the match 300. All that you knew was that you scheduled your match, and I let it fall where it fell.
Awesome.
So, baby, let's go. Milestone. Win or lose, it's going to be a milestone. This is the milestone.
Thank God I have to work in the morning.
So yeah, guys, we'll keep that up on the screen because this is the 300th match in CWT history. But guys, we are going to start with round 1. And I'm not even going to put those up this time. Round number 1 works like this. 4 questions worth 1 point each. 2 questions each based on the first round strength given by both combatants. 1 final question with 4 possible answers in a random category with 1 point per correct answer. 8 total points available in round 1. So if you guys are ready, we are going to start with Paul's strengths. And Paul's strengths are in the category of the Ruthless Aggression era. And your first question: who was the WWE champion at the end of 2002? Looks like they are both in. Paul, what do you have?
Kurt Angle.
And Steve.
The game Triple H.
It is Kurt Angle. Triple H would have been the World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. That's what I missed.
Yeah. That's all right. We'll move on. Question number 2. And that question is, speaking of Triple H, how many times was Triple H in the main event of a pay-per-view in 2004? You will get a little bit of extra time with this one.
I'm off.
Go ahead, take your time, count them out, have a thought.
All right.
All right, looks like you are both in. So, Steve, we will start with you.
I put down 6.
And Paul Meade.
I said 4.
Correct answer is 6.
Oh,
Good job, Steve. I believe, if I remember correctly, it would be, geez, I don't even remember. WrestleMania, Backlash,
Bad Blood.
Bad
Oh,
Blood.
Bad Blood was main event.
Yeah, the Hell in a Cell main evented. Vengeance, Unforgiven, Survivor Series. Maybe? Yes, in Survivor Series. I don't know if that's 6, but there was 6.
Vengeance?
Yeah, Vengeance. Him and Benoit main evented Vengeance.
Okay. So that was
But,
main event.
yep, moving on. Ryan in the chat got that one correct. Good job, Ryan. But we're going to move on to Steve's strengths now. And Steve, your strengths come in the category of Wrestle Kingdom 9 to now. And it's a good thing it's 9 to now, because this question is, who is one of the wrestlers that will be competing for the NJPW World TV Championship at Wrestle Kingdom 17? Welcome to the chat, Travis. Well, we are celebrating Combat Wrestling Trivia's 300th match tonight. All right, looks like they are both in. Paul, what do you got?
I'm probably wrong. I just said Lance Archer. I know he worked for AEW New Japan.
And Steve Mesa.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. is a correct answer. We have also dissected Ren Narita.
Oh, I have no idea.
And moving on, Wrestle Kingdom 9 to now, your next question is, who did Hiromu Takahashi defeat to win his first IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship at Wrestle Kingdom 11? I'm sorry, Travis. Yes, you are unfortunately match number 301. You would have been match 302, but hopefully Alex Warden gets better soon. His match with Joey has been moved to Sunday.
Third guess.
All right, Steve, what do you got?
Kushida.
And Paul?
Yeah, I said Sonata.
The correct answer is Kushida. As we move on to
Thought of that.
question number 4, and it comes in today in the category of the Royal Rumble.
Jesus Christ.
And your question is, who are the 4 wrestlers that have won a Royal Rumble and then entered at number 1 the following year? So they won one year, then the year after they won, they entered first. There's 4 wrestlers we're looking for.
Winners. In the following year, they entered at number 1. Huh.
Yep. So they won, and then the next year they were number 1. As always, you'll get a little bit more time with this.
Are we looking for also a Women Royal Rumble as well?
Oh,
If there is any, go for it.
Okay. Just curious. I just want to know how we're doing with that, you know.
Yep.
not sure on one of them. I might be wrong on the other ones.
I'm not sure on any one of them. I'm just going with the motion here.
It looks like Paul is in.
All right, I'm in. Let's
right.
just get.
All right, let's see what you have, Paul.
Said Ric Flair, Chris Benoit, Shinsuke Nakamura and Roman Reigns.
And Steve.
I put down Randy Orton, Undertaker, HBK, and Big John Studd.
Okay. Your correct answers are Ric Flair, who won in 92 and was number 1 in 93. Stone Cold Steve Austin, who won in 98 and was number 1 in 99. The Undertaker in 2007 and then 2008. And then Roman Reigns in 2015 and then 16. So, Paul, you got 2. Steve, you got 1. 4-3 for Steve. As we head into
Austin.
Did better than I expected to. So,
as we head into round number 2. And round number 2 works like this. Joey Suba in the chat, he got 3 out of 4, and then Travis picked it up and got Roman Reigns to finish it off for him. Good job, guys, in the chat.
quick question: you said it was Flair, it was Austin and Undertaker, and who else?
Roman Reigns.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We're gonna move on to round number 2. 4 questions worth 1 point each. Each combatant will answer their own 4 questions based on the strength given. 4 total points available in round number 2. And we'll start with you, Paul. And Paul, your questions are coming in the category of the WCW Nitro era. And Paul, your questions. Who was the winner of the World War III match in 1998?
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash is the correct answer. We move on to your second question. Who ended Hulk Hogan's last official reign with the WCW Championship?
Official would be Sting.
Sting is the correct answer. Just wanted to make sure that that weird confoolery with Jeff Jarrett at Bash at the Beach did not count.
Vince Russo technically ended that reign.
And moving on to your third question. Who was the last person that Scott Hall eliminated from the 1997 World War III?
Two people. I'm gonna say the Giant.
The Giant is correct.
Yeah.
To move on to
Luger was 96.
your final question. Who did the NWO submit to win the War Games match for their team at Fall Brawl 1996?
Luger.
Luger is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Good job there. Giving
I'm
you
gonna eat so I can eat.
a clean sweep of the round, as bringing you up to 7 points as we move on to Steve. And Steve, your category is NXT TakeOver main events. Your first question, Steve. Which wrestler from the main roster joined the face team at War Games 2019 to take on the Undisputed Era?
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens is correct. You had to think about that one for a second, eh?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, moving on. Question number 2. What was the final takeover that Bobby Roode main evented as NXT champion?
Brooklyn 3.
Brooklyn 3 is correct. Moving on to your next question. How many NXT takeovers feature Adrian Neville in the main event?
Three.
3 is also the correct answer. And your final question in NXT TakeOver main events. Oop,
There we go.
I didn't copy it. Hold on. Who did Karrion Kross submit in the main event of In Your House 2021?
Kyle O'Reilly.
I thought you were like glitching out for a second, but yes, that is correct. But yes, so at the end of round 2, 8 for Steve, 7 for Paul as we move into the battle zone. And guys, the battle zone works like this. 1 point per correct answer. 1 question with at least 10 possible answers will be asked. Each combatant will take turns answering until they have 5 guesses each. 5 total points available per combatant. So when you guys are ready, today's category is in the category of the Survivor Series.
Okay,
And your question is, who are the 10 teams that competed in the 20-person Raw vs. SmackDown Tag Team Survivor Series match at Survivor Series 2016. So we'll start with you, Paul.
New Day.
Steve.
Usos.
Paul.
End Zone Cast.
Steve.
Heath Slater and Rhino.
Paul.
Gallows and Anderson.
Steve.
American Alpha.
Paul.
Ascension.
Steve.
Vaudevillains.
And Paul, your final one.
Oh, team. The Bar. And I know that's...
And Steve, your final one.
Primetime Players.
All right. So your correct answers are The Bar, The Shining Stars,
Oh, yes.
Good Brothers, Enzo and Cass, New Day, Usos, The Hype Bros, Heath Slater
No.
and Rhino, Breezango, and American Alpha. So Paul, you got 4. Steve, you got 3. So giving us a tie game 11 to 11
Oh.
as we head
Nice.
into the final round.
Here we go, guys.
All right. So in the final round works. What do we got here in the chat? How could anyone forget the Shining Stars? I know I would never have to Google them. That's from Ryan. Joey says he remembered Brizongo and the Hype Bros. Travis
I
says
wanted
that
to say Breezango.
Travis after this said after this battle zone, I'm glad I'm in episode 301. But guys, we're gonna bring down the battle zone as we move on to the final round. Each combatant will pick 3 numbers, starting with the lowest score. They'll be assigned 3 questions based on the number they've chosen. The combatant with the least amount of points will start the round until they take the lead. There is no knockouts, and the game will continue until all questions are asked, even if a winner is declared. No overtime. 3 points per correct answer, 2 bonus points for a victory, and we are currently tied, so there's possibility for 1 point each in the tie. So, Paul, you're at the top of the screen, so I need 3 numbers between 1 and 20.
Hey. Just gonna go with my area code 419.
Okay. And Steve.
285.
285. Is that your area code, Steve?
No, that's just birth date,
Okay.
year.
I was just like, maybe we're onto something here. You're starting a trend.
305. Mr. 305, worldwide, baby.
Oh, right. Paul, you chose number 4. And Paul, your first question comes in the category of women's wrestling.
Oh, okay.
And your question is, who was the first wrestler to win the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships with 2 different partners?
Taylor Wilde.
Yeah, just in case I was incorrect. Hold on. Fact check time.
Yeah, it's between.
Taylor Wilde is the correct answer. I don't know why I had Sarita, but I was wrong. Taylor
Yeah,
Wilde. Yeah, Taylor Wilde is the correct answer.
Rosita till 2012. So.
Yeah. So yeah, Taylor Wilde is the correct answer. Good job, Paul.
Hey kid, you know what? You know what, little fella? When you grow up, you're gonna be wrong.
Wow. Thanks, Travis. Travis said that was for me. This is why you don't write questions at 2 o'clock in the morning. Moving on, we're gonna move over to Steve, and your question comes in the category of factions and tag teams.
Okay.
And Steve, your question is: which faction made their ROH debut at the end of the first Ladder War in 2007 at the pay-per-view Man Up?
Isn't the Age of the Fall?
The Age of the Fall is correct. Now, that was a great moment. I believe it was Jay Briscoe hanging upside down from the belt hanger with blood dropping down on Jimmy Jacobs. Yeah.
He was bleeding, dropping upside down. He might have been a little woozy there.
Yeah. But so
Well,
we're
I did
gonna
not pick 2.
so 14 to 14, and Paul, we're gonna go to your next question, and you pose number 1, which is the category of ECW. And Paul, your question is: who did Shane Douglas successfully defend the ECW TV Championship against at Barely Legal 1997? ECW's first pay-per-view.
Got a couple names floating around. I'm gonna say Too Cold Scorpio.
That is incorrect. We were looking for another guy with 2 in his name. Pitbull number 2.
Oh.
But Paul, we are going to move on to your next question. And you chose number 9. And that corresponds to Lucha Libre. Good job, Travis, getting that last one right in the chat. But Paul, your final question is: Rey Fenix defeated which current Impact wrestler at Triple Mania 30, which was this year, to win the AAA Latin American Championship?
Which one was the champion? Ooh. Which one was the champion? Black Taurus.
The correct answer is Black Taurus.
Can remember when I was a Blurry kid. Oh.
So, Steve, you're Paul, you're done your questions. 17 points. Steve, you currently have 14 with 2 questions remaining. And Steve, your second number was a number 8. And number 8 corresponds to Ring of Honor. Your question, Steve. Who is the only multi-time Women of Honor champion in ROH?
Okay. Kelly Klein.
Kelly Klein is the correct answer, giving us a tie as we head into the final question. We have a tie game. This one all falls on you, Steve. Are you frozen, Steve? Or are you good? Steve frozen?
Thought I said move a
Oh,
second.
nope, you're back. You good, Steve? You good, Steve?
How about this for 300, huh?
Right? Here we go. Coming down to the final question. You chose number 5. And that corresponds to our guy Dim's
Yeah,
favorite.
I'm good.
Okay. So, Steve, your question is number 5. Corresponds to Dim's favorite category, body guys and gals. And Steve, your question is: which former champion did Rob Terry lose his only TNA Global Championship to?
former champion in TNA or
Yeah, so this person had held the belt before.
General.
This person had held the belt before, and then Rob Terry lost it to them for another reign for them.
Okay. You know what? Rob Terry. I'm gonna think about this. I'm gonna draw out the suspense.
Okay.
Let me see. Rob Terry. I know that guy.
Are you nervous up there, Paul?
Yes. I mean,
Champion. Did Rob Terry lose his game?
I'm just glad this wasn't mine.
What year did this happen, if I may ask?
I don't even know.
I know.
Tell me, Paul.
I mean, I don't know for sure the answer anyways. I mean, I'm not 100%
2010.
definitely here.
Which former champion did Rob Terry lose his only TNA Global Champion? Let's go. I should have looked up TNA Global Champions. Who would have thought this question would show up?
Rob Terry's a body guy.
Rob Terry's a body guy. I got the body question. Rob Terry. Maybe a body guy? Maybe fellow body guy? Maybe 2010 Impact. Global. All right.
We'll put up to 15 seconds on you, Steve.
Okay, that's all right. I'm gonna draw it out, and I'm gonna say it's got to be another body guy named Sting.
The correct answer is AJ Styles. We have a second consecutive tie, 17-17. What a way to go out with episode 300. Correct answer was AJ Styles. Guys, we have another tie, so you'll both pick up 1 point. You'll get 18 points apiece. Still not, still a very good point total to add to your totals at 18 apiece. But Paul, we'll start with you. How are you feeling about this match today? Your win streak stays alive technically.
Well, my undefeated streak still stays alive.
Your undefeated streak. Yes.
My win streak does not stay alive. I mean, I've been averaging almost 17 points a game anyway, so luckily he didn't get more. No, great match. This is gonna turn out to be one of the best rivalries in wrestling trivia, down the road. Our first two matches have been great. So it's beginning. Early beginning of something great here.
Yes, indeed. Before I go to you, Steve, no one bet on a tie. The dude must be asleep. No one bet on a tie tonight. So whoever bet their 1.1K loonies on Paul, say goodbye to them, as well as the 50 that someone put on Steve.
Really?
They are now gone. Someone would have been cashing out big if Steve would have won that one, but now no one gets anything. But it's all right. They go to the pot. They go to the bank. But Steve, he's still picking up 18 points here. So how are you feeling about this with this, Steve?
Feel really good for the fact that we did have a tie and no one lost, no one won. But hey, we had to keep this exciting. This is Combat Wrestling Trivia episode number 300. So what better way to celebrate 300 than to end with dude's favorite outcome, a tie. But in all seriousness, this is I get a feeling this is going to be a rivalry that has just yet started. And I'm looking forward to future matches with Paul. And I proved, in a way that we both took each other to the limit. And I'm the only person that can say that in the clash that I tied with Paul. So
That is very true. And I'm sure that every match so far that we have now have 5 ties in the clash, and I'm sure that once the clash is over, there is definitely some unfinished business, and they will be all taken care of. But guys, for right now, I want to thank everyone for watching. Joey, Ryan, Travis, they were all here watching along. Thank you for joining us in episode number 300 of Combat Wrestling Trivia, the 300th match in CWT's history. We have a tie, so stay tuned for the standings updates, and then stay tuned because in just about, I don't know, about half an hour, we'll be live with Travis Fame, Nico Suave Rigoli for match number 301. So be there for that. Thank you to these guys for being here, and we will see you all in about half an hour. Stay tuned for that standings update.